All right, lesson 6, part 2, does the mass change in chemical reactions? Well, in part 1, we saw a chemical reaction in an open system, and we found that the mass did change. It actually went from a higher number to a lower number, so the mass decreased. Well, we're going to do our best in this experiment to see if we can see a difference in the mass in a closed system. So my new materials that we're going to be working with here is an Erlenmeyer flask. We have a balloon filled with baking soda, and our beaker here with about 40 milliliters of vinegar. So just think in your head, what do you think is going to happen in this instance? Is the mass going to stay the same? Is it going to be more or less? So the first thing I'm going to do is add the vinegar to my Erlenmeyer flask. And now let's get the mass of both of our balloon and the Erlenmeyer flask. Let's see what we get here. So we get a mass of 198.3 grams. And I'll actually write that down, 198.3 grams. Okay, well let's see what happens to the mass when we combine the two. This is the tricky part here, attaching the balloon to the flask. I think I got this one. Okay, let's see what happens. Now, as this is reacting, try to think, wow, now the balloon is filling up. What must be filling that balloon up? And was that there prior to them mixing? I'm just going to swish it around a little bit. Still hear some of it reacting in there. Okay, so let's see. Now remember, we're trying to recreate a closed system as best as possible. We have 197.6. So we still have a little bit of a difference, but not as big as the other difference that we had in our open system. And really the reason for that is because this balloon here is a little porous, so some of the gas that was created in this reaction is escaping just a little bit.